comic book friends. I'm Travis.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is
Monster Comic Reviews.
That's right. This is comics for the second week of June. And we are sock puppets.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay, first up we have Batgirl issue 10.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I like this. It's now turning into a superhero comic book as opposed to a whine about Barbara Gordon comic book.
I agree.
The villains that are in this are really interesting. Be curious to see how she deals with this. There's quite a large group of them, and they are they got powers and whatnot. So I'm curious to see. And they're brutal. They chop a guy's leg off.
They're definitely not just Joe average villains.
Right. My biggest issue with the comic, or one caveat about it, is suddenly her roommate shows up again.
Yeah.
And she was just in jail from the whole 99% type thing. And I don't get that. She walked off with Junior. We think there's going to be something big and heavy. And I'm fine with the fact that it didn't, but it just seemed like they forgot about her in the storyline and just suddenly went, oh crap, we got to talk about her again. And so they just had her arrested, and Barbara bails her out of jail.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty disappointing. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't like Barbara's roommate. In fact, she was my favorite character.
Definitely.
For the start of the thing.
Yeah.
But I also like Junior, because he's...
Well, I'm glad she's not dead. I'm not saying that I want her dead or tortured or mutilated or whatnot. It just feels like that plot line or that thread just kind of got dropped.
Blown away.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Maybe they'll do more with it. But I'm liking the comic more and more all the time.
Mm-hmm,
I think it's a solid superhero comic.
Yes.
You got anything else to say about it?
Not really.
Okay. What would we rate this?
I give it a solid 3.
Yeah, that's what I would give it to. It was fun. It was fun. Definitely. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Batman issue number 10. Kind of the finale of the Court of the Owls type stuff. What do you think?
I like this issue. I like the art, and it had some pretty big plot furthering things in here. We find out that the main branch of the Court of Owls in Gotham gets butchered by the guy that we previously thought was dead, Lincoln.
Right.
We find out that he was the Owl's pawn. He's also Bruce Wayne's brother.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
Who we find out was stuck in this horrible mental institution.
Except I don't think it was.
It wasn't.
It wasn't crazy.
It wasn't horrible when he started out in it, but it slowly deteriorated.
It went bad after
the Waynes
died because Mrs. Wayne, of course, spent all that money making sure it was a nice place, and all the money was spent on it and whatnot to take care of the kid. Of course, Bruce doesn't really believe him because he just can't believe that his parents
never told him that his brother was
right, and then they would toss him away in some hospital and whatnot. Yeah. Interesting. I guess the character, he actually was in really old comics. If you watch, Howler Mouse has a video out kind of about the history on him. You guys check that video out, and it'll tell you kind of where he came from and where he was, whatnot. So that's kind of cool that they recycled an old character. It goes to show, I think, that just how much Scott Snyder
knows the stuff.
Yeah, is that interested in the history. So that'll be kind of it was cool. I like that. I like the fact that his name is based after the street that they smashed into his mom. It's the corner. Yeah. That's what his name was. That's kind of funny and kind of crazy, of course, because Batman can't have villains that aren't crazy in some sense.
Nope.
So it'll be interesting to see where this goes from there. I was cool with the reveal and whatnot. Is this all the Court of Owls? Are they all gone?
No, they kept saying that the Court of Owls had other branches. It's just their main division is in Gotham.
So it's not just a Gotham problem; it's an all over the world problem, or all over the United States, or something.
I think it's just a Gotham problem because, like I said, that's their home base. That's why they've been keeping all the Talons, besides the little Talons that I'm sure they have other places to do their dirty work.
Okay.
So,
Anyway, I really enjoyed the heck out of this comic. I thought it was a great event. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be the next stuff coming up from these guys.
Yeah,
See
me too.
what kind of interest there's going to be for that.
Mhm.
What would you rate this book?
I give it a 4.
Yep, I give it a 4 out of 5 also. Loved it a lot. Anyways, what's next?
Okay, next up we have Batman and Robin number 10.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I like this comic. I like the idea of it. I mean, Damien's just that crazy to think that he could.
He's the best Robin.
And he's gonna challenge everybody else.
At the things that they're best at.
Right, and he seemed fine. I thought that even though I don't really know Tim Drake, because the Tim Drake in this new universe is different than the old Tim Drake, and I don't think the Teen Titans, when we were reading it, really gave us Tim Drake's personality. But I don't know. He was kind of a.
Kind of a jerk.
Well, no, jerk's not what he was. I don't know. He just seemed very uncool, calm, and collected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For having been a great Robin, or is that the point? He's not a great Robin. I don't know. He seemed not in character. The other Robins didn't seem in character.
Yeah.
But like I said, I kind of like the idea of it. This wasn't a bad comic. I just didn't think that those characters were written as well, or they didn't seem natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
I agree with you there. I thought that Dick was less different than, let's see here. What's his face? Wow. Tim Drake.
Tim Drake,
Shows you how important he is.
Yeah. How big of fans we are.
Yeah. But I definitely think that was great. I mean, that's definitely something I could see Damien doing. That definitely makes,
right.
I mean, that's totally something you would do,
Yeah.
is prove that he's the best Robin.
And Wayne. There's some good lines in there. There's some really biting lines of dialogue, and the whole I'm the real Robin, I'm the real Wayne kind of thing. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty heavy stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, it wasn't a bad comic, but
Nope, I just wish it'd been a little bit more in character.
yeah, agreed.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yep, I'll give it a 3 also. Yep, it was pretty good. Okay, next we're gonna talk about Demon Knights number 10, where we've gone off into Avalon or whatever. Yeah, okay, that's...
Okay, so this issue was definitely not that great of an issue. I mean, what even happened in it? It was mostly just them walking along, doing nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing was really, I mean, not necessarily that, you know, in each and every comic, for every comic the story is further aligned tons.
Right.
But in this, nothing happened, period.
I was like, oh, look.
We're traveling!
The critters here are bigger because for some reason they're bigger.
And of course, the horsewoman had
the horsewoman has like
line.
1 or 2 stupid lines, and otherwise she's a completely worthless character.
Yay.
Oh, this sounds familiar. The cover looks awesome.
Yes, the
cover looks wicked.
The cover's pretty awesome.
Yeah, cover looks wicked.
It's dead King Arthur jumping and flying swording at Etrigan.
Yeah, but
Otherwise, it was weak.
I got this through issue 0. Minutia Minute was saying, hey, he hopes that I keep collecting it so he knows what's going on because he's dropping it. I doubt.
No.
I doubt that I will be past issue 0. So you'll hear us review at least up through issue 0. After that, no, not unless something special suddenly going to happen.
Yeah, not unless it's
I'm not getting this book. I'm giving this book a 2 because whereas the art was fine, everything else about it was relatively forgettable.
Yep, I'm giving it 2 too.
Okay, well that's it for this first half. We'll be back with the second half of our comics here in a few minutes. Bye.